All right, I hit the record button.
And now we are recording, theoretically. I mean, the red light is showing.
Jack.
Rich.
It's a me, Rich Evans.
Wahoo!
Famous mascot of Red Letter Media. I'm back again.
You did it. You did what?
Hey, I don't know.
Okay, so Super Mario Odyssey is the latest in the line of 3D Mario games, which are 3D platformers. Period. End of sentence.
Are they platformers?
The 3D Mario games?
I will take some exception to that. And everybody listening to this, watching this, don't take that as a complaint of quality. I'm arguing about definition right now. The 3D Mario games, are they really platformers? Or are they just explore around and find the things?
While Super Mario Odyssey has a bigger emphasis on exploration, the majority of gameplay is centered around platforming. Is centered around jumping off of the things and getting to the thing and doing the thing. It's still a platformer.
Okay.
Even though they now have added exploration to the mix.
Okay.
In Odyssey.
How satisfying do you find the platforming itself?
Sometimes.
Awkwardly trying to line up your shadow with another shadow. How satisfying is that in the grand scheme of things? With 3D games, like, in general,
Yeah.
don't you find the whole jumping part of the equation awkward?
Yes. Well, not necessarily the jumping, the maneuvering the camera while jumping is what's awkward.
Well, should Mario just bite the bullet and lock the camera behind Mario at all times? Wouldn't that make everything much easier?
Might get motion sick.
Like, you play a 2D Mario,
Yeah.
and you zip around and jump around with ease. Get up to that platform, do the triple jump, jump off the head of the thing, and get out of that. And when you play the 3D Marios, it's you just, I don't know, you just feel like you're crippled or something. I don't know what's going on, but just jumping onto a platform is the hardest fucking thing.
Sometimes.
You'll jump and you'll be 10 feet to the left of where you intended to go. 3D platforming is awkward as fuck.
There are times when I pull off some sick-ass maneuvers in Mario Odyssey, and I feel like a jumping god.
When was the last time in a 3D Mario game you executed the triple jump perfectly and landed where you wanted to be on the platform you wanted to land on, and you didn't have to, like, awkwardly try it like 8 times before you got it right?
Maybe this is just you. That happens to me all the time. I'm pretty good.
Okay.
I pretty good at the platforming, you know. Don't mean to toot my own boat. For the most part, especially like once you start figuring out how to extend your jump in Super Mario Odyssey, you become a bit unstoppable. Like the maneuver where you jump, throw your hat, dive forward, jump off your hat again, dive forward again.
That's a neat one.
You can traverse a large area.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And overall, like, the platforming is all right in Mario Odyssey.
I think the 3D Mario that had the best platforming, Sunshine.
Hands down, no doubt.
I miss the hell out of Flood.
Honestly.
And I know people out there, for whatever reason, did not like Sunshine.
They're crazy people.
That platforming with that Flood. I miss Flood.
Flood took it to a whole new level. And, you know, the 3D Mario games since Mario 64 have tried to add a little something into the mix. So, you know, Mario 64 just platform.
Oh, sure.
Then we got Sunshine, which added Flood, which gave us tools, including just the ability to hover in air. You squirt water in front of you.
3D platforming is really awkward. Hey, how about we give you a hover pack?
Right? Basically, we just give you a stop midair and think about it button, which I loved about Flood. Then we got Galaxy. The main gimmick of Galaxy was was less the jumping and more the map itself was wrapped around something. So the gimmick in this game is throwing your hat.
Yeah.
And throwing your hat serves two purposes. One, as a platforming aid. And two, to, how do I want to put this? To, like...
Mind rape? I think the word you're looking for is mind rape.
I mean, that's kind of what you do.
This game should have been called Super Mario Mind Rape.
You force your consciousness into an unwilling participant.
Super Mario Mind Rape!
Yahoo!
It's me, I'm a you now. Deal with it. How do you feel about this gimmick?
I think it's super weak.
Yeah, not enough of the things you possess are fun to possess. The bullet bills are fun.
Yeah.
To ride around as bullet bill. Mm-hmm. That's about it? The stilt guys? Yeah, I get it.
Some of them are unique. Like, I like the bird guy where you got to peck into the wall and then, like, fling yourself. That was fun. I felt...
Was that one area and in no other area they did anything like that? I don't know.
Well, that was the problem with all of the bad guys is it was never a question of how am I going to get through this. It's, there is this one enemy that keeps respawning right here. I guess this is the enemy I possess now. What it basically was the Zelda dungeons, some of the levels, is some of the levels you walk into the dungeon and you go, oh, here's an obstacle. If only I had one specific item to get. Oh, here's the boomerang. Oh. But I thought most of them were super weak.
I mean, there's not much I can say other than, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah. You know, it was kind of fun being a tank for a little bit. You can be tanks and you shoot things, but that's not necessarily what I'm looking for in my Mario experience. Odyssey is a bit of a mishmash of ideas and art assets.
Here's the thing. Odyssey is kind of back to basics. I think the 3D Mario that Odyssey is closest to is Mario 64.
Sure, that's fair.
And they kept this from looking like going backwards by putting Mario in a variety of weird art styles that you're not used to seeing Mario in. Like, everything in Galaxy was very reminiscent of the Mushroom Kingdom.
No, they had their tech world, they had their lava world, they had the world full of giant toys.
Did you ever see Mario in another game fighting a Dark Souls monster?
See, to me, there was not a variety of art styles in Mario Odyssey. There was everything that belongs in a Mario game, and then the smattering of realistic assets that looked out of place.
I don't like, you got the dragon level though. That's not realistic. That's some kind of dark fantasy.
But rendered in a realistic way.
Okay.
Much like the dinosaur. Like, the dinosaur was a realistic rendering of a dinosaur. The people were realistic renderings of people. And none of it made sense in a Mario world.
See the way I read the game was, Mario Odyssey. He's going Odyssey around the world. He's going to new and different places he hasn't been to before, and every world felt different to me.
And it did.
Every world felt like it could have been a different game, just visually and thematically. Yeah.
This
Grand Theft Auto world, the fluorescent chef world.
This is standard.
Dinosaur World.
Standard practicing procedure for a Mario game. The world has a different color palette. There's an ice world that's got ice. There's an underwater world that's underwater.
Yeah, but I don't know. The art style just feels more different between these worlds than they would in another Mario game.
The unifying art style is that of 3D Mario, which is a bit more cartoony. Which, you know, like, so you go to the underwater world and you have your underwater people, but they're still kind of caricatures. They're cartoony. You have your snow people and they're giant fluff balls. They're
sure.
Adorable, right? You have the fluorescent food level and you have your fork people. But so everything's like magical and cartoony until you have your realistic assets that stick out like sore thumbs.
All right, don't you think when you take like a look at like the fluorescent fork people and then the lake mermaids that art-wise, these things are kind of distinct?
As characters, they're very different. You know, they stand out character-wise, but I would say, like, they have unique designs, but a unifying art style.
I don't know that they do have a unifying art style, and I think that's ironically what unifies the game. Every world's got its own style.
All the character design is wonderful and whimsical and cartoonical.
I'm not criticizing, I am dissecting.
And I am criticizing.
Okay, really?
Because everything makes sense in a Mario game except for the, like, 3 realistically rendered things, which to me felt horribly mishmash and out of place.
I think artistically, the whole point was to take Mario out of his comfort zone. That's the Odyssey. He hasn't never been on a realistic dinosaur before.
That dinosaur didn't make sense when you ran into the cute little things with giant eyeballs with the spikes on their heads.
A whole bunch of different things mixed together. Yes, that's the point, though. That's what they were going for.
I'll go ahead and disagree.
I think this game is a pastiche of different art styles. Not just realistic and cartoony. To me, it felt like sober Suda 51 made a Mario game.
And I don't know, the next he's riding a dinosaur. I don't know, what? Can you get me some coffee?
Okay, Suda 51 with a hangover made a Mario game. This is
I don't know, and then he goes to the moon and... are there rabbits on the moon? Sure, there's fucking rabbits on the moon.
Can we get some awkward music in here? Get some... Just some weird music.
He falls out of space. He was in space, and now he fights a dragon. Can I have an aspirin? Give me 5 minutes. The biggest thing for me was New Donk City. New Donk City makes no sense.
It's fine.
I didn't. The realistic people were weird, especially given that Pauline is cartoony looking.
Yeah.
Their mayor fits within the Mario world, but no one else does, and it's very strange.
I like Pauline too, by the way.
Pauline's great.
Pauline's great.
Pauline's great.
Mario made some poor choices in his life. One of them was ditching Pauline, especially at the end of this game. I know Mario made the wrong choice, because let me tell you this about Pauline. Yeah. Whatever else her faults are, Pauline never tried to strand Mario on the fucking moon. All right?
She'll go. And then fucking Peach turns down Mario after saving her for the umpteenth time.
Look, she doesn't have to return our affections, but... For Christ's sake, you don't have to make me beg for a ride home from the moon.
You know.
In my own fucking ship, which she stole.
Overall.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Super Mario Odyssey. I didn't fully enjoy it, though. I have some problems with Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
You know, like, the basic platforming stuff is fine. Like, just getting through the game.
It's awkward like in every 3D platformer.
That's fine. Well, if that's how you feel about 3D platformers, then that's just a whole 3D platformer thing. I think it's fine. I think the jumping is fine. Here's my problem with Super Mario Odyssey. My real problem.
Yeah.
Is the focus on exploration.
Uh-huh.
In something like Mario 64 or Super Mario Sunshine, I felt like every level was a curated experience. Thought was put into how someone was going to get from point A to point B to achieve their treasure.
Linear.
That would be a fine way to put it. Here, I don't feel like the care was put into the levels that other games had.
I think the care was just a different direction. The care was into more making it an explory kind of level.
Yeah, and that's my problem.
Find the moons however you want to find the moons, rather than this is the moon you must find for the setup of this level.
A moon can't be considered a treasure if you find one literally under a pile of garbage.
Is this only a problem if you try to be a completionist? If you just go through and do the main story beat moons, like, oh no, there's the rabbit thing, they stole the flower, and you go do those moons, and you get just the minimum you need to go on with the story. Does that feel better?
No.
There's nothing forcing you to go around and find every one of the, and there's like close to 1,000. There's like I think there's like 800 some moons.
Really?
Yeah, I could be wrong. I've read 8. I have not tried to get them all because I don't care about completion.
No, neither do I. The way that a Super Mario game used to work.
Yeah.
Mario 64, like any of the other 3D Mario games, right? You have to complete a challenge, and your reward for completing the challenge is a star,
right,
or a shine, or a power star, or
right,
whatever, right? Like that. I did a feat, and my reward is a star. Now it's the moons are just they're everywhere. You can do the feat of the moons or whatever. Like it's so lackadaisical that I'm not even feeling pressure to complete the story feat.
Yeah.
Because I could just run around the desert and like see a moon just hanging out on a hill. Like, oh, there's a moon. Why do I care about fighting the rabbits? I got a moon right here. I can move on. This is a new direction for their 3D platformers, and one that I don't much care for. The open world 3D platformer, and I don't like it. This is Banjo-Kazooie.
That's kind of what Mario 64 was.
All of the other games had their hidden items.
Sure.
Within the world. But the emphasis wasn't on the hidden items. The emphasis was on the levels. You do the level, you get the prize. And then, like, okay, you want to be a completionist, you do it.
They do have that. Every level, every world, every kingdom in this is Bowser stole the thing.
Yeah.
Go try to stop him. Oh, you didn't get there in time. The rabbits beat you to it. There is a focus. There is a focus to every kingdom.
I feel like it's out of focus.
Okay.
On your way to save the dress that Bowser is about to steal, you are tripping over power moves.
Ignore them. If you really want the focused experience, ignore them and do the thing you know is the linear story thing.
But what I'm saying is you're tripping over things.
Well, then just
treasures.
Jump over them. It's a platformer, Jack. Jump over them.
That's a shame.
Here's what I have discovered with this game. Collecting shit is tedious. I don't care if it's a moon or a fucking coin or what.
Yeah.
I have recently played this game without fucking around. All right?
Yeah.
You go into the level, and there's this rabbit you gotta fight. You go fight the rabbit, get the minimum amount of moons, and move on.
Right.
And the pace did not drag with collect the 48,000 moons. Just went right through, got straight to Bowser. Took me about 5 hours to beat the game, but it was a fun 5 hours.
Okay.
I just think it's paced really good when you're not fucking around. It's colorful. You got to jump around. You get to go to neat worlds.
Yeah. It's hard to complain about a game when at a certain point in that game you are swimming around in a giant bowl of soup and then have to quite literally climb up a fountain of bird vomit in order to defeat your enemy. It's hard to complain about that because that's fun. It's fun. It's whimsical. It's cute. It's cartoony.
Yeah.
My wrap up is the platforming is on par. The boss battles are weak. The gimmick is weak. Some of the level design is fun.
No, this game's good. I give it a recommendation.
All right.
It's not my favorite game in the world. It's one of the better 3D Mario games. No, my recommendation is it's a quality game.
Okay.
It's a great game, Jack. It's a good game.
Wait, good and great are two very different things.
It's somewhere between.
Ooh.
I think great is somewhat severe.
Yeah.
Great that's a bit much.
Okay.
Saying it's good, I think it's underselling it. So I think this game exists in this awkward place in between good and great. Like some people do reviews, and it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, and sometimes it's a 100-point scale.
Yeah.
And the reason they have the 100-point scale is for reasons like this.
Sure.
And I want to give this a 90, but 80 seems low. It's a 85. It's an 87. This game's an 87.
You've just done it. You've just given your first official number score. Congratulations, Rich. Now that's a thing people are going to want from you is number scores.
I'll just start throwing out random numbers. I don't give a fuck.